Okay, the metaverse. Now this is a bit of a crazy one because I go around the world, I deal mostly with very senior executives, and they ask me these types of questions. You know, I'm big on the metaverse, so they ask me, well hang on, Bart. It sounds pretty cool, but probably way too expensive for us, and quite frankly, we wouldn't have any idea where to start. That's just one of those passing fads. It's for young kids that want to sit there and look cool playing games. Or our product industry has no use for the metaverse. You know, it just isn't right for us. And I have to tell you, I sit back and chuckle a little bit because what I know is the tsunami coming is something of great importance to all of us and to CRM, I might add. So a couple of observations. If you can understand the behavior of people that are on the metaverse, and you can put that as another pedal in your customer profile, for those that know my writing, a profile for me is a flower, a daisy. You put the customer in the center of it and you have petals of information about that customer. The traditional petal sales, you know, the sales we've done to them, production, what we've sold to them, their financial status, when they complain, whether they marketed, they came to our marketing forums, what competition they use. We added now the social media pedal to the digital customer community, and we are going to be adding the metaverse pedal on the customer profile. And I envisage in Creato in a matter of months, I hope, to see their metaverse profile of people so that when we want to have a full understanding, engage with our customers effectively, we know transactional information coming from the profile, we know attitudinal information coming from the profile, and we know what is important to that customer as they play and work in the metaverse. But before I get ahead of myself, some startling statistics. You don't have to buy them all, but they've been repeated so darn many times by the research companies and by even some independent research I've done. I really buy into them. So by 2025, the average adult will spend about 25% of their time in the metaverse. And that figure goes up to greater than 50% for Gen Z by 2030. And the astounding figure is 5 billion people will be in the metaverse by 2030. Think about it. That's a lot of people in this world. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, will you be there to sell and service them? Or will you let your competition be there to take care of that for you? The forecast is in the next 5 years, 70% of all brands will be physically present in the metaverse. And the same question is, will you be one of those brands? Or will you be the next Blockbusters or Borders or Xerox that arrives late to the party? I read an article last night on Silicon Valley. They've invested $10 billion in VC, venture capital funding, in the metaverse this first quarter, or first 6 months now, I guess. $80 billion that are invested by Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and a few others alone, this commitment. This is something we can't duck. We can't expect it to go away. The core areas that metaverse are being used for today is in education and training, as well as what we call field service through something called as remote assist. So the ability for Boeing to fix its planes anywhere in the world, with the technician being physically at the plane in Indonesia and the subject matter expert being in Seattle, Washington, with the same set of Microsoft HoloLens AR glasses, and you can then work together to fix the particular situation. But what I'm very keen on is the growing nature of metaverse applications in sales, marketing, customer service, and manufacturing. And I couldn't do it today because we don't have the time, but I have dozens and dozens of videos, wonderful videos, that show the metaverse in action. Because this is not something that is happening a few years from now. This is here today. If you bought Warby Parker glasses, you can try them on and see how they look on your face today. If you have a apartment you want to fix, or you have a child at college, you want to get their dorm room in shape, you can go onto the IKEA place and see how the furniture looks in the room. You can go to Lockheed Martin and look at how they take and use metaverse in their Orion spacecraft and how they market that to the US government. Or you can go, as I said, and use any of the remote assists to fix a problem anywhere in the world. That's all stuff today. And for those that are interested, I would encourage you to go to the Metaverse Resource Center. Tim Baharin, my distinguished colleague out in Silicon Valley, and myself created this about a year ago. We've got 122 case studies in it now. We've got dozens of articles, dozens of videos. This is something here today. And again, the linkage is if 5 billion people, some of which are going to be your customers, are in the metaverse, and you're working with them and you don't have the profile and the understanding of that customer, and that's not a part of your customer profile that sits in your CRM system, I can only say shame on you, because there's many new rooms in the Smithsonian Museum for companies that won't make this transition.